Hey everyone, happy Friday, October 28th. Scott Smith with the Smith team at Keller Williams. Wanted to share with you some kind of trick or treat news as we're kind of going into the Halloween weekend as it relates to real estate. On October 23rd and October 25th, Jim Bukta, who is a great writer for the Minneapolis Star Tribune newspaper, did two fantastic articles uh, talking about the real estate market and two specific topics that I thought would be great to share with you. We've got links attached to those articles here, so you can look them up on your own. But a couple of the highlights with it. The first article that he talked about was strategies on pricing your home in a changing market and how that is impacting sellers' choices and how realtors are adapting. The second article was actually about some national statistics and how the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul area stacks up compared to some of the other ones that have had some real high highs and some low lows, and kind of what they're predicting for the Minneapolis St. Paul market, what they're calling more of a softer landing and avoiding a market crash. So some great information on that. A couple highlights just to share with you. One thing that Jim mentions is a declining versus a decelerating market. I think he used the word decelerating a couple times, and what we like to explain to our clients is, again, when you're coming back from Duluth, going 80 miles an hour on the freeway on 35, and all of a sudden we hit the metro area and it slows down to 60, 65. It feels like you're standing still. That's what they're talking about, decelerating. That decelerating, what we've seen across the country is appreciation rates even last year were almost at 15%, which is incredible to think of. A historical average is right around 4% annually. And in the Twin Cities, we actually saw more like 7%. So we're seeing the pace of the market growth slowing down, which is healthy. That's what we'd like to see. We can't continue at that breakneck speed, especially with the high interest rates. And again, that's what the Fed has wanted to do. The other thing that we look at that's touched on is the affordability. And obviously, with rising prices and rising interest rates, we're seeing homes becoming less and less affordable. We went through about a 4 or 5 year cycle where interest rates, if you go back to some of my video messages that I've shared with you, that I can't believe that we're going to be seeing rates below 4%. That aren't going to last that long. And then we were at 3%. I can't believe we're going to see below 3%. And what we're seeing now is, now that those rates are back up there, historical trends put us right around where the normal average is. In 2018, the average rate was at 4.54%. In 2020, it dropped down to 3.11%. And this year, we're probably going to average right around 5% as we finish out 2022. So we had those incredible abnormally low years, which it's nice to get comfortable with, but it's just not the reality. It's not sustainable, and that's why the interest rates have gone up so much. The other thing that Jim had talked about was when you're pricing a home in today's market, talked about being able to adapt and looking closely at the comparables and conditions. So those are two important things that we really talk with our clients about. And especially as we're going into the seasonal changes, every year, 27 plus years in real estate, we've seen seasonal changes in the fall. The market kind of settles down a little bit. We're coming off of that spring rush and a little bit of a summer hangover, and then we're kind of stabilized as we get into the fall and the holiday season. And then we kick right back in again as we get into turn the calendar into the next year. So those are just some of the great points that Jim had shared with it. I wanted to share those with you and our take on that. But if you know of anyone that's looking to buy or sell, it really is a great time. We've had some fantastic success with some clients in negotiating some great deals. There's not a lot of competition out there. The market right now is kind of what we'd hope for, where it's a more normalized and stabilized market conditions. We're seeing more contingent offers, contingent upon the sale of a home, contingent upon a home inspection, and we are seeing good buyer activity for those serious buyers out there. So if you're thinking about selling and then buying, now's a good time to at least start the conversation as we kind of get into the end of the year, and then maybe be prepared for 2023 if that's on your radar. Certainly reach out to us, 651-777-3434. Have a great weekend. Trick or treating. Bye now.